Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. In last session we learned about nutrition in human beings. Okay, in today's session we are going to learn about respiration process. Okay, before starting the video, who has not yet subscribed to my channel, kindly subscribe to my channel and watch the videos completely. Okay, let us start the session. Respiration. What is respiration? Respiration is a process by which food is burnt in the cells of the body with the help of the oxygen to release energy. It takes place in the mitochondria of the cells. Okay, what happens here? Respiration is a process by which the food which is taken by the human beings, that is burnt in the cells of the body with the help of the oxygen. With the help of the oxygen, what happens? The breakdown of the food takes place. Okay, to release what? Energy. Okay, it takes place inside mitochondria of the cell. It takes place inside the mitochondria of the cells. Okay, the energy released during respiration is used to make what? ATP molecules. ATP is nothing but what? Adenosine triphosphate. You have to remember this point. If they ask what is the full form of ATP in your examination, you have to remember this thing. You have to mention it as the adenosine triphosphate. Okay, from ADP molecules. ADP is nothing but what? Adenosine diphosphate and inorganic phosphate. Okay, what happens here? The reaction they have given below, ADP plus phosphate, it will release what? ATP. In the presence of what? From the respiration process, it will release this ATP. Okay, energy is stored in the cells from the ATP molecules. When the cells need energy, ATP is broken down into the presence of water to form ADP and energy is released. Okay, what happens here is after the ATP, adenosine triphosphate, in the presence of water, it releases what? ADP. ADP is nothing but adenosine diphosphate plus it will releases the energy. Okay, this is the process of respiration which takes place inside our body. Okay, let us learn about types of respiration. Okay, there are mainly two types of respiration, though they are aerobic and anaerobic respiration. First one, aerobic respiration. Aerobic respiration is nothing but what? It takes place in the presence of oxygen. The name itself indicates aerobic respiration. Aerobic is nothing but in the presence of air. Okay, it produces more energy. The end products are carbon dioxide, water and energy. It takes place in the most of the organisms. Okay, let us learn the reaction for the aerobic respiration. In aerobic respiration, what happens? Glucose is converted into pyruvate in the cytoplasm. It takes place inside the cytoplasm in the presence of what? Oxygen, and then in the presence of oxygen, pyruvate is converted into carbon dioxide, water and energy in the mitochondria. Okay, what happens here is glucose in the presence of oxygen, it is converted into pyruvate, and then the pyruvate further in the presence of oxygen, it takes place inside the mitochondria. It releases what? Carbon dioxide plus water plus and energy. Okay, next, second one, anaerobic respiration. Anaerobic respiration is nothing but it takes place in the absence of oxygen. The name itself indicates that anaerobic. Anaerobic is nothing but in the absence of oxygen. It produces what? Less energy. The end products are lactic acid or ethanol, carbon dioxide and energy. It takes place in the muscle cells and yeast. Okay, in anaerobic respiration, in muscle cells, glucose is converted into pyruvate, and in the absence of oxygen, pyruvate is converted into the lactic acid and it will give what? Energy. Okay, now let us learn the reaction for this anaerobic respiration, how it takes place inside the body. Okay, as we know that it takes place in the absence of oxygen. We have to remember this thing. In aerobic respiration, what happens? It is in the presence of oxygen. Anaerobic is nothing but it is taking place in the absence of oxygen. Okay, now let us learn the anaerobic respiration, that equation. Okay, what happens here? See, in aerobic respiration, it takes place inside the muscle cells. Glucose is converted into pyruvate, and in the absence of oxygen, pyruvate is converted into lactic acid and energy. Okay, as per the reaction, glucose in the presence of what? Oxygen, it takes place inside the cytoplasm, and the product is pyruvate. Pyruvate is further converted into lactic acid plus energy in the presence of what? In the absence of what? Oxygen, and it takes place inside the muscle cells. Okay, in anaerobic respiration in yeast. Okay, that's the first one is it takes place inside the muscle cells, and this one is in the yeast. Glucose is converted into pyruvate, and the absence of oxygen, pyruvate is converted into ethanol, carbon dioxide, and it will give what? Energy. This process is called as what? Fermentation. This process is also called as what? Fermentation. Okay. In the presence of yeast, what happens? Glucose is in the presence of oxygen in the cytoplasm. It will produces what? The byproduct is pyruvate. Further, pyruvate is converted into, in the absence of oxygen inside the yeast, what happens? It is converted ethanol plus carbon dioxide plus it will releases what? Energy. Okay. Okay, I hope you all understood the respiration process and types of respiration, aerobic and anaerobic respiration, and the all the complete equations. Okay, who has not yet subscribed to my channel, kindly subscribe. Thank you for watching the video.